Today, Diamond Technologies is speaking with Warren Clement, Director of Engineering at Diamond Technologies. Welcome, Warren. Great to see you, and thank you for joining us.
Hi, Dana. Thank you for having me.
Warren, you've assisted in the design and development of many Diamond Tech products, one of which is the DT7000 Industrial Networking Gateway. Tell us a bit more about this very powerful product.
Although it's labeled as a gateway, I think of the DT7000 as a embedded controller, as digital and analog I/O, and numerous serial interfaces that communicate with the devices you want to control or monitor. And then it has an AnyBus module, which allows it to be a gateway for those devices to a host. So yes, it can be a gateway, but it can also, with its ability to be programmed, the custom application, do some local control or processing of data in between the device and the host.
And which industrial networks are supported?
Well, most popular industrial networks are supported. Let me see. Profibus, DeviceNet, CanOpen, ControlNet, Ethernet IP, Profinet, EtherCAT, Modbus RTU, and Modbus TCP. I don't think I forgot any. So those are all supported through the AnyBus module. DT7000 also can be a Modbus master through its serial Ethernet interfaces. This allows the DT7000 to connect to Modbus RTU and Modbus TCP devices and be a gateway to those devices to your host over any of the industrial networks.
What are some applications where the DT7000 is used?
There's so many. Let me see if I can think of a few good examples. There's gateway applications such as weigh scales, airport baggage x-ray machines, automated fork trucks, semiconductor processing equipment, power transfer switches. We also have a customer that has adopted the DT7000 as its controller for a line of paper processing and testing instruments. So in this case, it's not a gateway, it's a standalone controller and controls those instruments.
What if a user wants to embed this into their own product without the enclosure?
And I think you're really touching on the true value of the DT7000, that has its ability to be embedded into equipment. For the majority of our customer applications that utilize the DT7000, we are adding customized hardware in the form of a daughter board that gets integrated onto the DT7000. Some of the things that we add with this daughter board are additional I/O or specialized I/O, high precision analog I/O, isolated RS-232 channels or other serial interfaces we've added. Often the customization is in connectorization or configuration, mechanical mounting to make it fit into the customer equipment. So this, along with the ability to program the DT7000 to meet the requirements of the customer's application, make it very flexible for being able to be embedded into customer equipment.
You mentioned programming. How is the DT7000 programmed?
DT7000 is programmed in C using the MPLAB-X development tools. Programs are developed in MPLAB-X and then filed and downloaded into the DT7000 and executed under control of the DT7000 main software. Because the DT7000 provides all the underlying communication support and support for the AnyBus module, the applications are reduced to this simple data manipulation and control requirements of your application. Makes them fairly simple to develop. There are sample applications that cover most of the things you would want to do in a DT7000 application that can be used as a starting point for developing your applications.
how much time would you estimate is being saved by using a DT7000 as opposed to starting from scratch?
Well, I typically tell customers if they're going to do a hardware design to integrate the Anybus module into their equipment as a gateway and do the software support for that. It's a 3 to 6 month project for that development. Utilizing the DT7000, that development is done for you, and you can develop just your high level application on the DT7000, typically 1 to 2 weeks, maybe, depending on the application. So that's what I think the savings is.
That sounds like a lot of time saved. Thanks, Warren. Last question. Is there anything the DT7000 can't do?
And it's funny because I tell this Diamond sales crew that whenever an application comes up, the DT7000 is always the answer. Maybe that's not exactly true. Maybe there is some applications that can't do, but it's amazing to me how often customers come to us with an application and discussing it with them, realize that with a customized version of the DT7000, it can meet the requirements of their application.
Thanks so much for joining us, Warren. You can also find more technical resources on the DT7000 and other automation and data collection solutions on the Diamond Tech website. Thanks for tuning in, and we look forward to sharing more ideas and technologies with you soon.